Welcome back to Monarrez Marketing. This week we had a couple new clients on board. I just recently hired a social media marketing manager in order to help us extend that branch of the company. So, one of our biggest things that we've been discussing with a lot of clients lately has been brand building. So there's a couple, aspects of brand building. You have visuals, core values, target audience, long-term goals, platforms, a lot of things that tie into this. Quick note about our team. So our new marketing manager, or social media marketing manager specifically, graduated from UIC's marketing program. She oversees a lot of our marketing campaigns, social media wise. So she oversees campaigns, develops a lot of our content strategies, and then she also does content quality, reviews and checking. And then we also have a really good skilled video editor who has a background in psychology. So they both work together to work on branding for your guys' campaigns. So Kylan has been able to give a lot of input on the psychology behind colors and how, how customers' brains will register your brand and perceive it based on the colors that you use. And then Josie, our new social media marketing manager, her background is in marketing. She's been in this for a little while. And so she was able to help us throw together this presentation as well. So green, you're going to have more of a natural feel. You're going to think a lot more of Chime and Cash App and Spotify, brands or things like that that have that green color to them. Blue is more trust, security, stability, those things. So this was previously Twitter, which is now X, but it's black now, rebranded. Facebook, you've got a lot of good, blue companies. White, you can think more of Apple, simplicity, cleanliness. That's their whole thing, is making sure that the user interface and experience is really simple and straightforward, easy to navigate. Then you have yellow, orange, red, black. So you want to choose your color, based on the image you want to convey. Different types of fonts also play a factor into this. So we have serifs. These are typically traditional, more formal, sophisticated sans serifs, which are a little more modern and clean looking, but they still have that sort of formal feel still. Script fonts are very out there. They mimic handwriting typically. Can be formal, can be casual, either one. Could be a little more elegant depending on how they're used, but it typically, shows that you're a more creative company. So display fonts, these are typically eye-grabbing because they also kind of look like handwriting, but they're typically, a lot more neat and a lot more professional, I would say. Another thing you want to go over is voice, your tone, language, style. How do you want to be, seen? Do you want to be seen as informational, conversational, academic, poetic, creative? Are you guys gonna, in engineering, we studied a lot of people who are more factual and straight to the point. They like more structured, linear designs versus people who are a lot more creative and have their own. If you own a tea shop, if you do something with the arts, whether it's photography, food, something like that, you might want to go more of a dynamic design where you have more curves and more natural shapes and elements. It just kind of gives off more of that artistic feel. So these are little numbers surrounding social media marketing. 50% of people follow brands on social media in order to learn more about the brand. 139% of people can associate things with your brand better if they've seen videos. 70% of people are attracted to a brand because of their content. And these are little tables of rankings we've gotten people from. If you see the top one, we only have 3 green spots. The bottom one, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. So these are quick little notes. When it comes to mission and values, this was specifically made for a client that we just met with like a few days ago. And so they want to market to businesses that sell to tourists here in Chicago. And so here was, just quick little notes is that $19.2 billion came in to stimulate the economy in Chicago alone. That's from, hotels, food, plane tickets, all those things when tourists come to visit. But when it comes to mission and value, what does your business want to achieve? What are the core values? Who are people you could, partner with? Who's your audience? What do we want to, topics we might want to stay away from just because it could upset, our target audience? So when it comes to identifying target audience, there's a couple components that go into this. Number one being demographics. So age, gender, location, income plays a huge, huge role in deciding what platforms to market on. Psychographics, this is another thing too, how am I going to design content to appeal to my target audience? Behavior, where are they typically at? Are they typically on Instagram? Do they buy more on Facebook? Do they buy more on, Twitter? Where do we need to market? And then you also have needs. So if you can solve a solution for your customers and make their life better, make them happier, or do something that's going to mitigate, the amount of work that they have to do, something like that that brings some kind of quality and value to their life. Definitely hit those points and emphasize on those. Long-term goals, you want to discuss this with your marketer. A lot of times, they're going to, what's your ultimate goal? Where do you envision yourself 2 to 5 years from now? What do you have to achieve through social media marketing? All these things give you a better idea of where to go with your campaign. So when it comes to identifying competitors, figuring out what social media platforms, analyzing social media presence, these are all things that we typically do in order to give you a boost on your social media, um, marketing strategy approaches. A lot of these are going to be going in and adding better, biographies, pictures, links in your bio. Content strategy is a huge thing that, is influenced by competitor analysis. So LinkedIn, we're going to give you a couple little different social media platforms. This is typically more professional, formal tone. This is for networking and career development, so you are going to do, I would say the average demographic is typically business-oriented people, professionals of different ages and different fields are using this form of social media in order to connect with each other. So typically you want to do industry related news, company updates, job postings, thoughts on, leadership articles, networking opportunities. It's ideal for B2B marketing, and establishing some kind of expertise in your field. And then we also have YouTube overview, we have TikTok, we have X, we have Facebook and Instagram. We try and keep these videos under 10 minutes, so I will leave this up to you to pause and read on the platforms. Just educate yourself, figure out what platforms are best for you. If you guys have any more questions, I will leave my website and my email in the link below, or in the description below. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys so much.